Here, the pulse of the heartland beats strong. Nestled along the Missouri River and amidst the rolling plains, the spirit of the Midwest thrives like nowhere else. Here, grit meets glory in a celebration of the enduring spirit that defines both city and sport. Legends will rise and champions will be forged here in Kansas City, here at the 2024 NCAA Wrestling Championships.
The hard work has been done. A season-long quest comes down to one final day. We welcome you to downtown Kansas City, the beautiful T-Mobile Center, where today wrestlers have earned the right to be called an All-American. One final chance to step on the mat and leave your legacy. It's the medal round of the NCAA Wrestling Championships. Penn State has already wrapped up the team title. It took only 2 days for Cale Sanderson and the Nittany Lions to capture their 11th title in the last 13 years. The conversation today swings to the runner-up and the bronze, the 3 team trophies, 10 teams in the conversation. Penn State has already wrapped up the team title. The Nittany Lions sitting at 152.5 points. Take a look at the race for 2 and 3. Michigan, Cornell, Iowa, right now separated by a point. Arizona State, Iowa State still within striking distance. Couple of conference champions. The ACC collides with the Big Ten, and right now, advantage Big Ten. Chauver a 6-2 lead inside a minute to go, first period. The first of the consolation finals, so we are into the 7th place matches. And if you're keeping tally at home following that team race, a win in this round gets you an additional 1 point.
Chauver had an early takedown. I mean, it was a quick takedown, and then he had another one, so 6-2. And I'll be interested to see what Chauver decides to do, because Arini has been very strong on top in this tournament, but pretty much he's been tough on top throughout this season.
Second straight All-American showing for Kyle Arini. Placed 8th a year ago for North Carolina State, coming off both the regular season and ACC Conference Championship for Pat Papalizio.
Chauver, great Big Ten run, avenged a loss earlier to Ragusin to beat Dylan Ragusin in the finals, and Coach Goodale, Scott Goodale, done a great job again this year at Rutgers. And we had good news earlier about Brian Soldano, who got injured early on Thursday, and it looked bad, and he's here, no neck brace, released immediately from the hospital and cheering on his teammates.
Certainly a scary sight on the opening day, so really good news to hear he's on his way to recovery. Action on the edge. You see Arini underneath the waterfall position over the top by Chauver.
Trying to hook the bottom leg and somehow get that left leg that's hooked over. He's going to try and get his body out of that, kind of like shimmy his arm. But Chauver's doing a good job of locking around the waist. Still in a neutral position.
A little bit of a homecoming for Kyle Arini. Grew up in Imperial, Missouri, Seckman High School. Saw that last shot of assistant coach Adam Hall in the North Carolina State corner. This is his final day on the Pat Papalizio staff. He is going to head west, Utah Valley, as he replaces Greg Williams, who will retire at the end of this tournament. So we wish the best to Coach Hall, certainly one of the young promising coaches that you knew it was only a matter of time before an opportunity came calling.
You're absolutely right. Coach Papalizio says he doesn't want to keep his assistants too long. He's prepping them to run a program.
I ran into Zach Esposito, the national champion, longtime assistant to Oklahoma State, who left last year to become the development coach for the freestyle team on Bill Zadek's staff, but now he has the new opportunity of replacing Hall as the associate head coach at North Carolina State.
You're starting to see these head coaches having good coaching trees.
Pat Popolizio on the right, Adam Hall on the left.
Pat Popolizio with the fresh lineup on that beard.
It's always fresh, it seems like, every time we see him.
Man, that's like a right angle there.
It's a clean shave.
Timmy, we were talking about being a Mets fan when I was little. He reminds me of Joe Torre, who became the Yankees manager.
Yeah.
That's a 5 o'clock shadow.
There you
if
go.
I've ever seen one.
That's our producer Alex Wheat just whispered in my ear. That's a G.I. Joe cut there, beard.
You show how much respect Shawver had for Arini. He had choice in the second period and decided to stay on his feet and not go underneath Arini. I'd like to know the numbers on the percentage of times that people decide to go bottom because they just feel that no one can really hold them down. But then when you see someone decide not to go bottom, they must respect the top work of their opponent.
Big solid mat return, but then Arini hit that roll, timed it beautifully, and he pops out for the point.
And Shaw was right back in. As soon as that Granby roll got it, he didn't wait to brag back to the center. As soon as he saw it, he was attacking. You got to love that. Keep attacking.
Oh, look at that. Little start for a high crotch, a duck under. And he comes up on top for the 3 points.
That was a sweep single to a duck under. Transition wrestling right there. Nice job.
That was very nice.
Sweep single, head on the inside, and then pop it to the out.
First look at Ryan Jack, Arini's teammate for NC State, a 4-2 lead on Vance Von Bauer of Minnesota. 7th place match at 141. Jack trying to drag Von Bauer back in where he has some room to work.
In his corner, his brother Kevin Jack there, and then Bennett Berge was in a corner for his brother.
Von Bauer, a great story for the Minnesota Gophers. Brandon Eggum and his group, 10 qualifiers after losing, you know, 3 potential starters to the transfer portal, and Van Bauer comes in at 141 and All-Americans.
First time Ryan Jack has laid claim to an All-American performance after going 1-2 last year, 2-2 in 2022 at Nationals. He is bloody, but it is worth it. And a hug from his brother Kevin. Ryan Jack, an All-American for NC State. Challenge brick has been thrown in by North Carolina State. Shawver with the 9-3 lead.
We need to understand the bricks, because there is a limited amount of bricks that you have. When we say bricks, whenever a coach wants to challenge, saying, referee, I don't know if that call was right, or you missed something, or I want to change something, they'll throw a red or green brick out there. What that indicates is that we want to challenge. Then you see referee right there, Eric McGill, go in there, he's talking to what we call the bat cave, where they're talking to a team that will look to see and do the video review and make a challenge and see, is it a challenge? So if you have 7 to 10 qualifiers, you get 3 bricks. If you have 1 to 3 qualifiers, you get 1, and then 4 to 7, you get 2. Hands are locked. No hand is down yet. Looking for a switch. Now, when you go to your feet and to the mat, there is some reaction time. On the mat and you lock hands, there is no reaction time. But when you're standing up like that, there is some reaction time, and that's probably what they're looking at. We're seeing it in slow motion, because slow motion is definitely going to make it look like locked hands. He's locked in. He's on his feet, so there's going to give him reaction time. And that's going to be a tough one to overturn. Of no locked hands.
So the conversation continues. Brock was bringing up the number of challenges, and North Carolina State, Popolizio tossing that brick. with the high number of qualifiers in that 7 to 10 range. NC State had 3 challenges coming into this weekend. This is the first challenge that they have thrown a brick on all weekend. So they have 3 remaining. So Papalizio saw an opportunity here to try to get the locked hands call, and it's like they've reached a decision. So we will await the verdict here.
And you have to be careful with your challenges because NC State has a finalist. You always want to keep a brick for the finals.
Hey, you know he knows what he's doing, you know, there, so he must have another brick.
After further review, the call on the mat has changed. Technical violation, locking hands.
So Papalizio gets that brick back. He wins the challenge and gets his wrestler a point.
120 and 103.
Arini has had some extra time to build up the gas tank as well, so you can bet off the whistle you're going to see some explosion here. Dylan Chauver, what a great story. Coming back from an injury a season ago for Rutgers. He wrestled 17 matches, and that was down at 125. Right. He was forced to miss the rest of the season because of the injury that forced him into a red shirt. And that injury, ironically, TJ, opened up the door for Dean Peterson, and it gave Chauver an extra season to prep for his run at 33.
Yeah, you know, Scott Goodale continues to build a strong program. What a tremendous fan base there in New Jersey, and they just year by year are developing these kind of wrestlers like Chauver.
So stand up by Arini. Third period, inside a minute.
Good ride right here by Chauver. He's got 1 minute, 30 seconds of riding time, so Arini has to go big. A takedown is not going to do it. It's essentially 10-5. Remember, a takedown is 3 points now. So at this point, Chauver just going to lock down, hold the elbow, and stay low. He doesn't want to get tossed. He can give up a takedown here, but he wants to keep in almost like a shell. Watch a little roll action. Watch a cement mixer, perhaps by Arini. Chauver just got to play the game.
Yeah, you could see Arini was looking for that whip over with his underhook, but Chauver not taking the bait. He'll give up the stall on that. That's quite all right for Dylan Chauver. 14 seconds with the riding time point. Locked up.
Yep, no need to engage, but he engages. That's the Jersey style. Let me get a takedown and end it. Look at it. Single division New Jersey high school wrestling. They're tough in Jersey.
Couple of conference champions. 7th place goes to Dylan Chauver of Rutgers. 10-5. He takes down Kyle Arini.
Do you hear it? The sound of the crowd building. Do you feel it? The intensity rises within, a calling. This isn't just a competition. It is a clash between passion and purpose, a journey to test one's mind, body, and spirit, where dreams are forged and legacies cemented. Do you hear it? The sound of the crowd building. Do you feel it? The intensity rises within. The arena awaits. Here, champions are born and destinies fulfilled. Here at the 2024 NCAA Wrestling Championships. The most anticipated night in college wrestling has arrived. The championship finals. We are in the middle of America, and one mat is in the middle of the floor here inside the T-Mobile Center. 10 champions will emerge tonight and the team champion did last night. The last time it happened Friday night was all the way back in 2010. The Penn State Nittany Lions, for the 11th time in 13 years, are the team champions, their 12th title all time. So they've locked up number one. The top 3 teams here at NCAA's get a trophy. Michigan with 2 in the finals. Cornell has Vito Arujau at 133. Every victory tonight worth at least 4 points, plus any bonus points accrued for scoring. One more weight to go here at the NCAA championships. Undefeated wrestlers on a collision course as their college careers conclude. Trent Hidley lost in the finals in 21, and now he's back. His opponent, the man who beat him for his first of 3 titles, Aaron Brooks, closes out the night with a quest for 4. Let's take a look at the Capital One Cup standings. Clemson, Michigan, South Dakota State all tied for the lead. Washington, a great football season. Montana, Notre Dame, West Virginia. And it's been a great night here at the NCAA Wrestling Championships for Penn State. 1 match to go. Aaron Brooks ready to step onto the mat. A win for Penn State would vault them to the highest team score ever to leapfrog 1997 Iowa. A win is worth 4 points plus any bonus points. Not to mention, Aaron Brooks could become yet another Penn State wrestler following in the footsteps of Carter Starace tonight to win a 4th NCAA title.
Wearing the red, from NC State, Trent Hidley. And his opponent, wearing the green, from Penn State, Aaron Brooks.
If there's anyone that should be able to compete with Aaron Brooks tonight or in this tournament, it should be Hidley. If there was anyone that we thought could compete because of his experience, him wrestling at the senior level, it would be this young man right here. But Aaron Brooks has proven time and time again that he has lived and competed on a different level.
Both guys undefeated, both with bonus rates over 80% on the year.
Hidley is going to compete. He is going to continue to push the pressure. Both guys have more of an Iranian-style underhook when you put the arm underneath the armpit of your opponent and drive through.
Oh, that was nice.
Nice, misdirection.
Oh, that was nice, yep. That was beautiful there by Brooks.
Now he's got to find a way to bring him back inside. That side cradle is not yet a 3-point takedown. He's going to try to pull him back into the center.
Oh, Hidley attacked the ankle there himself. Now at least he can extend the situation if you're Hidley.
And so if you're Hidley, you felt exactly what he's going to do. Now you've got to try to, okay, I see where he's going. Both of these guys, underhook city. Both of these guys like to score from the underhook position. Yeah. So if I'm Hidley, I'm staying disciplined with my elbows, keeping them close to my body. But if I'm Aaron Brooks, I'm continuing to close the gap, digging my underhooks, looking for my attacks, wearing them down.
And snap and release if you're Brooks.
This is interesting that Brooks is beating Hidley to
the underhook. Absolutely, I was thinking that. That is where Hidley loves to wrestle in that underhook. But look at how Brooks does that. He breaks his position with the underhook, then he releases the pressure and snaps it. I mean, you want to talk about a storyline. You want to talk about building excitement. Penn State wins this, they break the record. They lose this, they don't. This is what you want in the sport of wrestling. Things you can hold on to.
Penn State came into the night with 6 finalists. 3 of them have won, and they needed 4 to break the record, and it would be a 7th wrestler if Aaron Brooks wins to win 4 NCAA titles.
This is crazy that Brooks is really controlling Hidley, really controlling him.
And both of these guys were 184-pounders last year.
Yes.
But it looks like Brooks has got a little bit of a size advantage
Bro,
here.
I'm telling you, I want to see Brooks at 97 kilos when he wrestles international. I know he's got the frame, he's tall, he's thick, and look at how fast he put that weight on, and he put on good weight. He doesn't look like he put on bad weight.
He looks good.
He looks good at 97.
He looks good, but so does Hidley here. He looks good. He's got a very explosive power. He typically looks to get to his underhook, but look at Brooks' hands are moving so much.
Hidley's too square, right? When you're that square, that's when you can get snapped down. He has no, his base is too square.
And Brooks,
so Brooks will push into him, then snap him back.
And Brooks is pesky with the hands. He's not really allowing him time to set up his underhook throw by. He's being very disruptive with the forehand, hands to the forehead. He's pulling down on the head, bringing his eyes down and making it hard for him. JB, that's a really good assessment. His hands are busy.
Brooks is attacking with a level of confidence that tells me he doesn't think Hidley can get to him. The way he's attacking, it's almost reckless, right? It's shot after shot. It's snap down after snap down. It's underhook and getting into him because he's eliminating Hidley's best weapon.
Well, you know what I love about Aaron Brooks is every time you see him in the tunnel, you see him with his headband on. It says 100% Jesus. His confidence in his wrestling comes from his faith. And so when he's wrestling, he's disciplined, but he's also a guy that's going to be courageous because of his faith, and I love the way that he wrestles.
And he's done it.
These guys have a long history.
And he's been here. He's won this thing 3 times.
He started his title quest in 2021, a win over Trent Hidley. That was 3-2. 2022 against Miles Amin, 5-3. And last year, 7-2 over Parker Kekaizen as he goes down to the shot here. Oh, my goodness.
What a shot. What a big way to build his base
over there. Right there.
That was nasty.
That's
swim high crotch. It was like a swim high crotch. Hidley actually caught the underhook. Brooks was able to lift him up while Hidley was holding an underhook and finish that shot.
And if you're Hidley, you feel that type of power. Look, he gets to the single leg, head's buried, head outside. Look, big, big, big. Brings him down.
Look at that outside step. Come here to me. I mean, Scorpion, Mortal Kombat. Come over here.
That's strong core right there.
Yeah, he's strong, man.
It's like he timed the underhook. As soon as the underhook was coming, he was shooting. Back to the escape, and look, right on him. As soon as he gets the escape, hands are right in the collar tie. Pesky, moving, pulling, digging underhooks. I have not seen Hidley get his underhook yet.
He's killed it.
And if you're Hidley, you've got to close the gap. You've got to close the gap. Look,
there
he gets the
finally got to it.
He's looking for the throw by.
And that's Hidley's best action. He kind of reaches across to the far knee.
And that's what you talked about right there, DC. He welcomed him back to the center. He said, all right, let's do the wrestling in the center. Over and under here. Hidley's a shorter 97-pounder. You would think he has better leverage, but from what I'm seeing, Aaron Brooks has good motion, lowering his level much better.
What's the movement? Like Jordan said, the pesky hands and the feet, he's constantly in motion. He's not stopping. And when Hidley expects him to settle his hands, they move again. He does not sit in position, and that's given Trent problems. And you just can't be oh my goodness. You can't just be reacting the whole time. If you're just reacting, you're always a step behind. Aaron Brooks has Trent Hidley reacting the entire time.
And if you're Hidley, you got to try to gain some of the momentum back, and that usually comes from just elevating your effort. You got to go for something. You got to look to dig underhook. You got to try to be a little bit more dynamic with his offense, but Aaron Brooks is solid here. Aaron Brooks is banging ahead, and as soon as Hidley pops his head, that's when he sticks the underhook in. The outside step right there.
Just all this action from Brooks. I'm very impressed with his effort, man. We always talk about effort. Effort gets you a long way. Right now, Aaron Brooks is putting a lot of effort into winning this 4th national championship.
Look at him. Digging underhook with that right hand, controlling the wrist. They're both doing a good job here. Into the period.
What do you need to see from Hidley in the last 2 minutes?
He's got first off, this escape has to come quickly. And he's got to get right to his offense because he's going to need 2 takedowns if he wants to win this match. And to this point, he has not gotten close to sniffing 1. But this escape needs to happen now. He's got to get to his feet, attack the hands of Aaron Brooks, and start to try to go to work.
Well, we joked a lot about the pound-for-pound champ this guy's all evening, and this is the guy that I would have to
to tip my hat to. If you're looking at the best guy in the tournament, most dominant throughout the season, and not only that, but the body of work he's put together over his career.
Well, you would think that the Hodge Trophy comes down to Aaron Brooks and Parker Keckheisen. Aaron Brooks is a guy that's chased his 4th national championship. He finishes this match undefeated.
Easy, 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 easy. No change. Red's still down.
Scoring record for Penn State on his back. This is what you want, though, if you're Penn State. If it comes down to one match, you want Aaron Brooks to be that guy to go out there and get it done for you. A guy that's been in your program for a real long time, a guy that's won for you, and a guy that knows how to get the job done.
And Hidley still working hard here. He's looking for the escape. He's got to get back to his feet in order to score some points in this position.
It looked like a second ago he was up. Aaron was going to cut him. But when Trent didn't explode away from him, he decided to keep riding him.
Wearing on him.
Keep wearing on.
We talk about busy hands from a neutral position, but we're seeing busy hands with Brooks right now. Chop doesn't want to go down to the ankle. Just keep moving it, not knowing how to set up from a bottom position.
You hear the North Carolina State corner, Adam Hall, Pat Papalizio calling for a changeover. They want him to get to the opposite side, switch Aaron Brooks' position by rotating to his right hip. But Aaron's not allowing him to do it anymore. Smothering. And now has decided he wants to ride.
I was able to see Trent Hidley throughout his whole career, but especially this senior year, and he's been so dominant, bullying people.
That's right.
But Aaron Brooks here.
Notice Brooks is actually holding his wrist from the outside on the left side.
And this may be a more dominant way to finish the 3rd period, right? Instead of allowing the guy to get back to his feet and going for more takedowns, he's riding him, tough on top, and giving him absolutely nothing. He wants to go for the shutout.
Well, he's going to see this guy, right? They're both going to move on to international wrestling. You got to leave a lasting memory in his mind that he was able to get nothing on you. And I believe that is what Aaron Brooks is thinking right now.
Aaron Brooks in his career has lost 3 times. He's going to finish out on a 35-match winning streak, and he's 16 seconds away from becoming the 7th Division I wrestler ever to win 4 NCAA titles.
Penn State went from no 4-timers to 2 4-timers.
In one night.
In the same evening.
They went from none to having the most in history.
And DC, we said it when we came on the air a little bit more than 3 hours ago. They find new ways to amaze us.
Yep.
11th title in 13 years, and a win in this match will put them to a new high team score never before seen at the Division I level, surpassing what Iowa did with 170 points in 1997.
And it's a testament to that guy right there, Cael Sanderson.
Yes, it is. And we thought this could be the greatest team of all time. Now, they have less champions. But they scored more bonus points, right? They scored more bonus points. What a performance tonight by Aaron Brooks and the Penn State Nittany Lions. What a great weekend for Coach Cael and his entire staff and all of their wrestlers.
And with that 4 points, they go to 172.5. Second place is 72.5. They're going to win this by a 100-point margin.
Oh, my God.
100-point margin. You know, I think it's a testament to Cael Sanderson, the environment he's been able to foster there. Creativity, ingenuity, freedom, fun, excitement. He's done a phenomenal job. Aaron Brooks is now a 4-time champion. We've got 2 guys that have solidified themselves, not amongst the greats just at Penn State, but amongst the greatest ever that this college wrestling scene has ever seen.
This man done lost 3 matches his whole entire career. Crazy.
It's pretty special. It's pretty special.
The previous gap for largest margin of victory, this beats that by almost 30 points. They just keep getting better. The Nittany Lions under Cael Sanderson, a dynasty defined.
Congratulations. That was something else. Completely dominant. What were you trying to accomplish?
Presence. It's a journey with the Lord. Praise the Lord.
You wrestled, you were hustling, energy, working hard the whole time. What was going on in your mind?
Hey, you guys know. No, it might be boring, it's the truth. It's the Lord, the Holy Spirit. You know, it keeps me calm, keeps me poised, but I remember it's bigger than this. These 4 titles come and go. His word remains forever.
when you look at 4 titles, it's an awful lot of real estate. There's a lot of matches along the way. What'd you learn most about yourself during the journey?
Put faith in the Lord. You know, the world tries to come in on you, expectations, labels, whatever it may be. Once again, the only way to heaven, Jesus Christ, and that's what I'm here for.
Aaron, this team, Carter wrestling injured. You had some unsung guys step up in this tournament. Coach Kale and the group. You set a record today. What do you think the secret sauce is? What makes it all work?
Gratitude, man. You know, we all love each other, but we're grateful for what we have. So we use it to the best of our abilities.
Congratulations, Aaron. Let you go celebrate.
Yes, Steve. That's a fitting way to finish for the Penn State Nittany Lions on an historic evening here in Kansas City, Missouri. There was a lot at stake. They brought 6 to the finals. 4 are champions. Cale Sanderson, their head coach. Right now, he's chasing down Dan Gable. He won his 11th title in 13 years. Dan Gable, in his time at Iowa, 15 titles in 21 years. And they beat that 97 Iowa team by 2.5 team points and the largest margin of victory ever. It was previously held by the 1986 Iowa team, and they beat that by almost 30 points. That Iowa team in '86 was the 9th title in 9 years. And you certainly wouldn't be surprised to see Penn State continue its run. More great recruits coming in, more national champions coming back, and we will be back as well to put a lid on a fantastic evening at the 2024 NCAA Wrestling Championships here in Kansas City.
Four-time champions, and they put themselves on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. And then pound for pound in Rock's eyes, Parker Kakaisen at 184 pounds. You can't forget about the great performance he had.
He had a great performance, and there is Aaron Brooks winning himself his 4th national championship, but also breaking the scoring record for the Penn State Nittany Lions. A long-time Happy Valley member of the team was the one that secured the victory. Mike, what a week from Kansas City. I love it, man.
It's been really fun. For Rock Harrison, Quinn Kesnick, Jordan Burroughs, Daniel Cormier, our coordinating producer, Mike Schiffman, our producer, Todd Koulis, our director, Anthony DeMarco. I'm Mike Cousins saying so long. We'll see you in Philly next year. It's UFC from Las Vegas next.
His opponent from Minnesota, Vince Paulbauer. 145 pounds from Iowa State, Casey Swiderski. His opponent from Ryder, Quinn Kinner. Officials, you may begin your 7th place matches. additional placement point. Plus bonus. You will have advanced as far as you possibly can in the bracket. So no more advancement points, just one additional placement point. Plus bonus. Maximum is 3 this round.
After further review, the call on the mat is changed. Technical violation. Locking hands. Point red. Clock is 103 and 120 riding. 120 and 103.
Your match coming forward in Wolfpack. United States Naval Academy, David King is a opponent from Virginia Tech, T.J. Stewart.
119.58.
We need the clock to be 103, though.
Yes, we do. There is. There is. The clock is not. 103 and 120. Yes! I thought there was no dead time anymore. Hey, let's go, kid. Here we go. Chase corner. Chase corner. Chase corner. Chase corner. Chase there. Chase there. 30. Don't chase. Don't chase. Don't chase. Go get it. Don't chase. Go get it. Get it. Got 20 shots. Redirect. Get in. Yes. Get it. Back in green. Let's go. 14. 20.
Let's begin our 7th place bounce. On mat number 1, wrestling for Wyoming at 125 pounds, Yori Gold. His opponent from South Dakota State, Tanner Jordan. On mat number 2, 133 pounds for 7th place. From Rutgers, Dylan Schomburg. His opponent from NC State, Kai O'Reilly. On mat number 3, 141 from NC State, Ryan Jack. His opponent from Minnesota, Vance Bombauer. On at 449 pounds from Iowa State, Casey Swiderski. His opponent from Ryder, Quinn Kenner. Official, you may begin your 7th place matches. award for the third, fifth, and seventh place matches. One additional placement point. Los Monas, you have advanced as large as you possibly can. And the bracket said no more advancement points, just one additional placement point. Los Monas, maximum is 3 this round. Wolfpack from Imperial, Missouri, second in high school. Young Shelton. All-American. All right, here we go. Pulling with this starting next from Lorain, Ohio. She's number 4 seed. And Big Ten champion. Session 6, the last 10 bouts of the 2024 NCAA Division I college wrestling season will begin tonight at 6 o'clock.